Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog of my last 2 days as a dental student. It's Monday and my last day of school is Thursday, but I'm only treating patients Monday, Tuesday. So that's where the number 2 had come from. But let's jump into Monday. I have a patient this morning at 9 a.m. and then I have a lunch and learn at noon, followed by some meetings, going to the gym, and packing up this room to move out. In the next video, you're gonna see an empty house tour and moving in. It's kind of been over the course of a few weeks, but this week my actual moving company is coming and taking all the furniture and the heavy stuff for me because I don't have the muscles to do that or the time or the space, and I'm about to be a working person with an income, so I justified paying for real movers for the first time. But let's jump into Monday. We're back from school in the lunch and learn. My 9 a.m. patient was for restorative. We just ended up doing one tooth because I wanted to take it easy. I didn't want to get in over my head because if anything gets in process or just goes astray, it would interfere with my graduating. So I wanted to keep it simple. I'm about to do a little bit more packing, but some of this I'm waiting until tomorrow night before the movers come because I do have a podcast guest tonight, most likely. Basically, moving Wednesday. Okay, I had my exit meeting at 8 a.m. this morning, and then you saw that I cleaned out the lockers at the school. We have one that's like a main locker room for our personal belongings, but you can also keep like patient casts and stuff locked in there, and then we have one in the clinic that I cleaned out as well. And at my exit meeting, essentially I reassigned my patient pool between the rising third year and the rising fourth year in my vertical team. So once you start dental school as a first year, you're paired up with a second year, third year, and fourth year to do different mentorship and assisting experiences with. You don't have to work with your vertical member, but it just gives you the option to have someone kind of built in to help you if that's something that you need. Like I worked really closely with my rising D3, but not as much with my rising D4, and that's just by chance because I'm good friends with the girl. So another thing during the meeting, we got a printout of all of the procedures that we've done over our time. 14 amalgam/GIs, 5 bite splints, 6 complete dentures, about 100 exams, 28 simple extractions, 4 surgical extractions, 3 unit bridge, restored only 1 implant, done 12 crowns, 56 prophies, 10 perio maintenances, 2 root canals, 81 composites, 2 removable partial dentures, 4 flippers or like temporary partial dentures, and 13 quads of SRP. And then it says I've done 343 other things. So that's like taking a radiograph or just like random other treatment codes, intraoral photos. So overall, I think that's just okay, but that's why we have those D4 external rotations. So I've done 12 weeks of that and I've seen over 300 patients there as well. So probably like the amount of experience I had in the 2 years at the dental school clinics, I had the same experience in 12 weeks on these external rotations, and I did a few more root canals, a lot of extractions, a lot of crowns, a lot of restorations, and none of those are counted in this. This is just the stuff I did at the dental school. And my experience, I would say, started off very slow. D3 summer into early fall, and then I finally got a few patients that needed a lot of restorative work, and that kept me busy for all of D3. And then I finally got more removable pros cases in D3, and then the first semester of D4 and then the second semester I was pretty busy as well. Finished all my requirements at that point, and then just been seeing patients to stay busy, but not because I'm worried about any test cases or meeting my overall requirements this whole past semester. But that's how things worked out for us. They do kind of raise the procedure counts and the test cases and everything each year. So the class below us has a little bit more, and then these rising D3s have a little bit more as well, just because they're still balancing things out from going way down for COVID and climbing its way back up. And now I think the rising D3s is kind of leveled off to what they think is acceptable based on CODA accreditation and just what we've done in the past for students. So I think everything is kind of leveled out now, but point being, rising students are going to do more than I did, because there's more patients, things are flowing a little bit better. I was still like lingering aftermath of COVID. On Tuesday, I went back into school because I had a gift card to use and a patient appointment. So I went ahead and used the gift card, and then that evening I actually applied for my dental license. Good morning, it's Wednesday and it's moving day. So that is in the next vlog. If you want to see, make sure you're subscribed so you can see the empty house tour of my new place and starting to settle in, and a little bit more about what my next plans are. All right guys, we're about to head in for my last day of dental school ever. It's Thursday. I had a mandatory rotation. I tried to get it switched since I was done with requirements and patient care, but they said no. It's in our special care clinic, so we team up with some of the other D4s on rotation and see patients with special healthcare needs. So they might just need some extra time or accommodations that we can't provide in that clinic. So that's what this rotation is for. But I'm gonna head in, and that goes until noonish, and then I have to check out of one more thing. I'll explain the whole checkout process later today for you. And I also need to go get my fingerprinting done for my background check for my license. I applied for my license on Tuesday night, so that is taken care of and paid for, but there's a lot of other things that they need in order to actually approve you for the license. So we'll talk about D4 checkout, and we'll talk about the licensing process towards the end of this video. Beautiful day, and I just left this dental building for the last time as a student. I mean, we haven't graduated, but like, I'm done. So exciting. And my roommate's puppy, Sasha, I've been with her for 2 years now, ever since she brought her home, and she was just a baby. These are my last days with her too. My roommate's moving out on Saturday. I'll already be gone, so today is my last full day. Miss Sasha. So many like bittersweet things, you know, like the end of the dental school era. So YouTube, say goodbye to Sasha. Justin and I really want to get a puppy, but our current rental that we're just started in April is not dog friendly. So it depends if we're gonna buy next year or rent again, if we would be able to get a puppy next spring or not, but we'll see. All right, we're in the car. We're off to Planet Fitness for my last workout. I don't really have much going on the rest of today. I finished around 11 a.m. at that rotation. It's 12:30 now, so I came back and had lunch. And I'm gonna go work out because I have so much time to kill. And then when I'm leaving, I'll cancel my membership because I'm just gonna go to a local gym near our house. Being that we're a little bit more like in the country, the chain gym is a little bit of a drive away. So I also said I would tell you guys about the checkout process. So I have a call at 5 p.m. today to finish the last step of checking out of dental school for our school. First thing was, as soon as you're done treating patients, you have to schedule a meeting with your patient care coordinator, which is kind of like a clinic manager. And with that person, you go over your patient pool and you reassign each patient to either your rising D3 or your rising D4 in your vertical team. So I did that already, as I told you guys about earlier in the video. And then you also review with them that you have all your graduation requirements done in terms of case completes, total credits for procedures, and all of your test cases for 4th year. And then the next thing we had to do was check out with dispensing, which is the people that we get instruments from for appointments. So checked out with them and confirmed that we don't have any extra supplies checked out under our name that we would be financially liable for, so everything was turned in as it should be. Similarly, you also check out with the dental stores, which is more of the equipment that you use outside of patient care, so maybe in the lab or back when we were in sim lab. And we do a $400 instrument deposit, so that was part of our tuition, and then you get a reimbursement when you graduate. I think I lost a few things along the way, buffalo knife, something like that, so I'm getting $380 back of my $400, which I think is pretty good, so I'll get a check for that in a few months, which is gonna be nice, offset all the spending I said I've been doing. And then you also have to clear your voicemail from patients and leave a new voicemail box saying that you're no longer a student, and contact the main number at the dental school if they have any questions. And then we also had to check out with the IT department for our iPads that the school gave us. They actually let us keep them this year, so I gave mine to my sister because I already have one. I was gonna sell it, but she wanted it, so I was happy to give that a new home with my sister. The last thing I had to do is the call tonight with the registrar office, who basically makes sure that I did all that stuff. And then I'm officially checked out and done with dental school. So I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I think that's pretty much everything we had to talk about. And I've been spending a lot of money on things for the house. I think I'm finally done spending money, but again, I talk about all that more in detail in the next video, which will be the moving vlog. So we'll go make our Target pickup, and then at 4 o'clock I have my fingerprinting, which then goes through like the state of Michigan police and possibly the FBI to run a background check on me and then report back to the licensing bureau that I don't have any criminal offenses. And that's another $65. The application for the license, including your Michigan dental license and your DEA license, which is to send prescriptions for patients, was around $580. Then I also had to spend some money to send my board scores in to the licensing bureau, as well as the video that I made already on my channel about how much it costs to take boards and study for boards, several $1,000s, a lot of things that they just don't tell you about. But that's everything so far with applying for licensing. I'm gonna be making a podcast about the licensing process, like what it was like for me and how long it took and everything. So eventually that will be up probably in May or June. So keep your eyes and ears peeled and make sure you're following Dental Download Podcast so you don't miss that. It'll be a lot more in depth about licensing. I think that's the best format rather than a YouTube video. But I think that's about everything for today. I will probably sign off the vlog here since I am done with dental school, and that's what this vlog was all about. Thank you guys so much for being part of all 4 years of dental school with me, and some of you have even been there for undergrad as well. It's been a wild ride, and I'm so proud and excited to be done and moving on to this next stage. And I'm also very happy and honored to be able to continue sharing everything with you as I go through my transition of starting work as a general dentist. So be sure to subscribe and share my channel with a friend so that we can continue growing our community here.